Hi there, my name's Mango, and this is my series where I will be sharing my tips, my tricks, my hacks, and my cosplay experiences. I will say I am not a pro cosplayer. I have only been cosplaying for about 4-ish years, but I would still love to share my experiences with people. A few pre-warnings: I tend to talk with my hands, as you can see, so if you see hand movements a lot, I am sorry. Another thing as well, my eyes tend to drift off. I really struggle with looking at a camera for ages. Um, and another thing, I forget what I'm gonna say sometimes, or I'll completely lose my train of thought. So my first tip, which is quite an obvious one, is go to a con with a friend or someone you know. Not only is it more enjoyable to go to a con with a friend, it also has many benefits to it. For example, if you want to get a photo with a cosplayer, your friend can take those photos for you. Or if you're going on stage or going to do a contest or anything like that, your friends can look after your bag for you while you're performing on stage. So my next sort of tip, I guess, it's not really a tip, but I'm just gonna say it is if there is a cosplayer you would like to get a photo with, you can. They are not going to bite you. The only thing I suggest doing, because there's a lot of cosplayers' preferences, is if they are eating, don't ask, wait until they finish eating. If they are sitting down, again, wait for them to finish. Or if they are already talking to someone, wait for them to finish. Cosplayers love to get photos. It really makes my day when I get someone ask me for a photo, or even if it is just the one person at a con, it really does make my day. Like I said, I'm sure it does with other cosplayers, but it can be really frustrating or just overwhelming when you're trying to eat and you have someone asking for a photo. You have to put your food down, you have to stand up, you have to brush off if you got any crumbs on you. You just feel rushed in that sort of sense. Again, this is more of a reminder sort of thing. It isn't overly a tip, but if you have any medication or take medication, please, please, please remember to bring it at cons. Bringing medication is really, really important. I one day forgot to bring medication at a con I went to, and I started getting really bad dizzy spells. So I don't suggest not bringing your medication if you do take any. Again, this sort of ties with the last one I just spoke about. Bring snacks and drinks. Cons do tend to sell food and drinks, but they overprice them. They are so expensive. I know you might see those Japanese snacks you want to get for like £20, but trust me, you can probably get them cheaper on Amazon. Not even Amazon, but maybe Japanese websites which are literally dedicated to just sending their snacks to different countries and getting people's opinions on it. This one is more of a tip. When you go to a con and if you see a figurine or merch or anything like that you want to buy, check the online prices first. Obviously, not all the time, but sometimes the figurines at the con may be more expensive than ones you can buy online, or vice versa. The ones online may be more expensive and the ones at cons may be cheaper. Another thing as well, if you go to a con and there's someone who seems around your age and they ask for a photo with you or you ask for a photo with them, feel free to ask for their socials as well. I'm actually really nervous, funny enough, when it comes to cons. I only done it last year where I actually asked for someone's socials, and I was like, oh my god, this is the first time I've ever done this. But trust me, it's a way where you can start a new friendship, or generally if you do just want to tag them in a photo you post on social media. Okay, I think the rest of this video is going to be do's and don'ts. I'm just going to try to be really quick with this one. Hopefully I won't run on. So yeah. Don't push cosplayers' boundaries, so that means hugging them if you don't know them, physical touch, touching their cosplay, touching them, touching their props. Don't do any of that unless they have stated otherwise. Be respectful about them, respect their boundaries, and just enjoy the photos and hanging out with them and talking to them. Don't try go to a con without a ticket. It's the worst. I don't think I've actually seen anyone do this before, but every time I've gone to a con, they always ask to see your ticket online. So if you were going to try get into the con without a ticket, it's not going to work for you. Do try and interact with people at the con like I have stated before. It really does pay off. You might feel nervous, but trust me, no one is going to judge you. At the end of the day, you were all just dressed up in one big room together. You were all pretty much the same people. Don't feel afraid to say no to a cosplay you do not want to do. Do enjoy cosplaying a character you would like to be, or a character you have picked out for yourself. Please ignore how the lighting has completely changed. So do be impatient about having to queue in lines and don't rush lines. Don't push in, anything like that. Do be appreciative of the effort people have put into that cosplay. Whether it was handmade or bought, they still had effort to put it on, do the makeup, and style the wig. Don't slander cosplayers, and this is one of my biggest, biggest ever pet peeves when it comes to cosplays. There is no such thing as copying other cosplayers. Just, huh? I physically can never understand why people are like, oh my god, you copied their cosplay, you copied their wig. I actually saw one of my friends had a video where they replied to someone saying, your wig literally looks exactly like hers. They were the exact same cosplay, that's probably why. Cosplays are going to look the same. That's completely okay. Not all cosplays are gonna be the opposite. They're not all gonna be different. Some will look the same or some will look alike. For example, the way people style their wigs. If you were like me, who is quite actually lazy with wig styling, you will just throw it on, kind of brush it to the side and call it a day. But some cosplayers, they do it so they put loads of hairspray in, they have like these flicks and they actually stay in place. There's no such thing as copying cosplays. Another thing as well, I have made a mask for my Fluttershy cosplay. If you're someone who hates on furries or Therians, you need to stop, because a lot of the time when you go to cons, you will be seeing furries, you will be seeing Therians. There's nothing wrong with them. People are people. You will see people dressed up as animals. That's completely okay. Don't do it as like a life thing. They do it for fun, to escape reality, or many other reasons. I have been called a Therian for my Fluttershy cosplay. I have stated to them, I was like, I am not a Therian, nor am I a furry. It is just a mask for my cosplay. I have nothing against Therians or furries. They have my full support, and if anyone who hates them, please do not interact with me. Do not follow me. Do not support my channel. Just go, because I know I kind of said I was going to do the do's and don'ts, but I've kind of gone off track. So another thing as well is where you get your cosplay from if you are buying it. Look at reviews as well and do what I done, I guess. Maybe post a video. I was gonna get a cosplay from Doki Doki, I think it's called, because I never have before and I still haven't. And I was like, is this like website okay? Because the prices seemed off, and then I actually clicked on the cosplay and I just found out it was like the accessory for £10 and not the full outfit. But websites I should suggest, which I've heard from my experience, I'm not 100% sure, I've really stuck to really like 4 websites, is Pro Cosplay, AliExpress, I haven't used it, but my friends say it's okay, so I don't know. So Pro Cosplay, AliExpress, Doki Doki, and I guess like Amazon maybe. I get my wigs from Amazon. I don't tend to get my outfits from Amazon, but I get my wigs from there. So you can try that perhaps. Like, again, you don't have to stick to those 4 websites. By all means, find your own website, get friend suggestions, all that. Do not body shame. I have seen this so often with certain cosplays where they get called like, there was this Alistair cosplayer and they got called Has Been Eating Hotel. What? Some of you out there can be really, really rude. It's so unnecessary. There was this other one, it was a group Vocaloid cosplayer where they were doing that trend where it's like Vocaloid songs I do know on this side and Vocaloid songs I don't know on this side. And so it was like, oh my god, this cosplayer, how does she not even know her own song? And I commented and I said, look, you guys are hating and leaving these comments instead of actually appreciating the effort and time they had put into this cosplay. That is all for now. Those are all my tips and hacks and other stuff. If you do have any questions or anything, please, please, please leave comments. I love replying to comments. It just makes me feel happy to interact with people. So yeah, hopefully part 2 will be out soon. So enjoy and have fun with your cosplays.